The Book of Boba Fett Episode 6 sees the return of Star Wars, The Clone Wars Blue Bounty Hunter. Here's who plays Cad Bane in live action. Warning, contains spoilers for The Book of Boba Fett Episode 6. Star Wars' infamous Blue Bounty Hunter has returned. Here's who plays Cad Bane in The Book of Boba Fett. After initially spending most of its time in flashbacks detailing Boba Fett's time with the Tusken Raiders, the Book of Boba Fett has since pushed its main story forward, in a way, via the introduction of multiple major Star Wars characters. The Book of Boba Fett Episode 5 was centered around the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal, and Episode 6 sees the return of Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, Grogu, Ahsoka Tano, Rosario Dawson, Cobb Vanth, Timothy Olyphant, and finally Cad Bane. Cad Bane has a long history in Star Wars, in particular with Boba Fett, so while his appearance at the end of the Book of Boba Fett Episode 6 is surprising, it also makes a lot of sense. Cad Bane learned the bounty hunter trade from none other than Jango Fett, but, as his prominence in the galaxy grew following Jango's death and a cancelled Star Wars, the Clone Wars arc saw him take Boba under his wing, before the two eventually became rivals. There's unfinished business between them, then, which is why Cad Bane has returned in the Book of Boba Fett. The translation from animation to live action keeps Cad Bane's most notable features intact, with the duo's instantly recognizable blue skin and red eyes, although the shape of his face isn't a perfect match, and in part it's thanks to the actor in the role. Corey Burden voices Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, while Dorian Kingi is the performance artist credited with playing Cad Bane in the show. Burden has previous playing Cad Bane, having voiced the character in both The Clone Wars and Star Wars: The Bad Batch, while Kingi is an experienced stunt performer who has worked on the likes of Venom. Having Burden play Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett is a nice touch, allowing the character to have a real continuation on from The Clone Wars and The Bad Batch, which, like how Morrison himself has returned to play Boba Fett. Similarly, the Mandalorian cast Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan cries after voicing her in animation, although did recast Ahsoka, with Dawson replacing Ashley Eckstein. Given Cad Bane's appearance is largely covered up in makeup and prosthetics, then it makes sense to have a notable voice actor portray the role. Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett Episode 6 should set up big things to come for the character. He's working closely with the Pike Syndicate, who are ready to go to war with Boba Fett. For Cad himself, that mission is likely much more personal, further suggesting that the duel the pair had in the Clone Wars cut Boba Fett story is indeed canon, and that a rematch is now very much on the cards, although it's hard to imagine Cad Bane walking away from yet another Star Wars show alive.